Hi, welcome. Hi, welcome back. We are back on with mystery and actually a hail throat for once. Like, not 100%. It's still not great, but like I'm a lot healthier than I was. So yeah, we are back to the real face of a VTuber tonight. Can we catch Kurumi? Well, probably not, but we're gonna do our darndest, all right? When we left off, there was some issues with testimony coming to light. And, where were we? 23rd, 1954. This one, was it not? Pretty sure it was. Yeah, 1954. Here we are. Okay. Let me refresh myself on where the evidence is up to, huh? We need to speak to Sophie, Prudence, and Faye this chapter. Okay. We've got a few things to follow up on as well. So where's my D6 gone? Is it back in the dice bag again? I think it is. Hold on. Oh wait, no, it's out. Okay. Right. So. Is there anything that Hoss is doing? She's looking at the anonymous message, okay. Is there anything at all that Emily is doing? She's looking into fans 3, okay. Actually, we need to go on the internet and talk to the hater, don't we? Oh, let's do that. Let's start with a hater. While we're at it, let's have a look at Twitter. Yeah, that's a great way to spend prosecutorial time. Let's go on Twitter. Oh, that's the guy who... that's the hater, isn't it? A logic break guy. Should we message him? Here we go. What's this? Hold on. Hi, this is Secretary Emily Close. I wanted to talk to you about the insider information you mentioned online. Well, you're really here. I think I've heard of you. I saw your name in the news. You're that chick with the big boobs, right? I'd just like to ask you about the insider information you mentioned online. Okay, what do you want to ask? What's the information? How about send me a pic first and I'll share the info? Please cooperate, this is a murder case. I don't care about that. If you don't want to hear what I know, that's your problem. Fine. Well, I want the boobies, all angles. I'm connecting you directly to the prosecutor's truth before at the moment. What about the nudes? Come on, you need to bring someone else into this. Just give me the pics and I'll play ball. Where'd you go? Wow, what a scumbag. What an absolute dirtbag. He's trying to chat my secretary up for boobies. Hello. Is it me you're looking for? Hello. Don't want to talk to some dude with the chick go. You have two options. One, I call you down to the station, prosecute for slander and HAKUHANA. Two, you tell me what you want to know right now. Are all prosecutors this cutthroat? Your move, cowboy? IP address posted? Alright, I'll tell you everything. What do you want to know? Can you tell me what you think of Kurumi in general? She sucks. Talk about it gets me pissed off. Unfollowed her forever ago. No, whoever follows her is a moron. Oh, this is going really quick. Don't even feel like talking about it, to be honest. You know she was only shooting for like 2 hours a day in April? That's basically nothing, and she's still like, hey, I'm tired, and the dumb fans were like, Curry works so hard. Hard my butt, just a spoiled little princess. Barely got a following, she's already full of herself. What does she have for like 3 million followers? Freaking baby numbers. Not like I even know anything about someone as lame as her. Some spoiled little princess. Is this Daniela? You vile creature. You go on YouTube every day, and you are allowed to do so because you are a precious, precious little princess. Hi there, Elira. How you doing? Welcome in. You caught me Daniela posting. I'm not too bad. How are you? We're investigating a murder case today. What is Kuripa's relationship like with her agency? Okay. We'll let the conversation stop, and then I can go back and read it. Oh. Interesting. How long have I been streaming on Twitch? A few years now. Oh. You could meet Kurumi privately. Interesting. Okay, let's have a read of this then. Her relationship with her agency sucks butt, obviously. Shouldn't, they're investing big bucks. She signed a contract, goes off and takes private gigs on the side. She goes on dates with her fans. Okay. I paid my money. Oh, for God's sake, it's a bot. Okay, goodbye. Goodbye, clanker. Yeah, no art bots. Be gone. Be gone. Ugh. I mean, to be honest, as soon as someone comes to, hey, how are you? How long have you been streaming on Twitch? It's like, well, the chances are you're a bot, but I'll play along for now. And then the bot comes out and it's like, really? Really? Anyway. I paid my money. She stood me up. She blocked me. Let me find it. Why did it get deleted? I've got screenshots. This isn't her official account, it's her account for private donations. If you give enough money, you can make friends with her. If you get a little more... How many dudes have had one-on-one meet and greets with her? Okay. Interesting. What do you think about her graduating? Don't freaking matter. Oh, okay. A couple months later, there'll be a new account. Fans will jump to that one. I've got integrity. I say I won't watch and I don't watch. Backing up streams, member videos, member pics, following our accounts, stalking social media. Don't do any of that. Got it. Anything you'd like to add? What do I want to add? VTubers are just a bunch of wannabe celebrities who want to have a fake face and rob virgins blind. I hate watching VTubers. Always have, always will. Okay. I mean, that does... I guess. Alright. Right. Let's, Who are we going to summon, then? Let's roll the dice for it. So, we need to interview Sophie. We need to interview... Prudence, I believe, and we need to interview Faye. Let me just double check that, though, with my evidence. Yes, okay, so on a 1 or a 4, 2 or a 5, 3 or a 6, alright? That is a 5. So that was Prudence, wasn't it? Yes. Okay. In you come, Prudence Chan. Okay. Did you go to the last hearing? Yeah, I watched. Great. Then you should know a lot happened during the last hearing. There are a few things I'd like to ask you regarding some newly uncovered facts. Okay. I'm nervous, but I'll do my best. There's not very much we seem to be able to ask her. I'd like to ask you a few internet questions. Internet questions? What do you mean? Do you read a lot online? Sometimes look at posts and stuff online for inspiration. What kind of merch to make and stuff. During our last hearing, there are a lot of rumours floating around about your company. I'd like to ask you a few things about that. What do you want to know? Oh, see me. Okay. Tell me about Operator A. I think he's the bad guy. Why? Because Kurimi's conversations got deleted. But they saved a lot of them. Maybe they were always keeping tabs on her account. I see. Is there any possibility that Kurumi herself is Operator A? No way. Why not? Because they're posting a bunch of negative stuff about Kurumi. Why would Kurumi post conversations that get her in trouble? Seems weird to me. Then who do you think Operator A is? I don't know. I don't think it's Misty. Why not? Is something wrong? Sorry, I just thought of something. Because Misty is my roommate. I've seen her really upset since Operator A leaked that stuff. So I don't think it could be her. Alright. You know anyone else you think it could be? Sorry, I really have no idea. Okay. There must have been some misunderstanding. What kind of misunderstanding? Well, sometimes when Sophie's in with clients, she can be a bit forceful. But most of the time, she has the company's best interests in mind, so I can understand. Of course, I don't know how Kurumi feels herself, but that's how I feel at least. Operator A leaked those screenshots to do damage. That's how I feel at least. Alright. Tell me about Amanda's lewds, please. That account, I remember it was selling those comics before. Adult comics, right? Yeah. But I don't know if it really belonged to Amanda. I do think Amanda did the art. So you're saying Amanda drew the comics but didn't necessarily run the account? Yeah. Okay, got it. Tell me about Honor. Honor is kind of like our internet policewoman. She'll find everything that breaks rules and have it taken down. Some people try to argue with her, but Honor's really amazing. She never loses. Really reliable. Seems like you're grateful for all her work. Yeah. Not just with the adult content. Sometimes it'll be really difficult clients and she'll always come help. She's really cool. Okay, got it. Interesting. Interesting. Tell me about Sophie's dating life. This should be good. I think it's all true. Sophie has messy relationships with men. Sometimes she talks about it at company parties and stuff. I don't think it's very good, actually. Why not? Well, it doesn't seem to affect her work, but she's one of the faces of our company, so I think it's a very good look. She should clean up her act and not embarrass the company. Alright. So now, tell me about the graduation stuff, huh? Oh, excuse me, I had to rip one out then. I think there's a misunderstanding. What kind of misunderstanding? Just, when I talked to Kurumi, I didn't feel she wanted to graduate. Then, how do you explain our findings during the first hearing? I just think she may be arguing with Mr. C. I don't think she really meant it, you know. I see. I understand. What is it? Sorry, nothing. Are you sure? Yeah. Sorry. That was interesting. I think we need to ask Hoss about the cat. Oh, here's Hoss. About the phone number you provided, what'd you find? We didn't find anything entirely useful. The owner of the number is a missing person. They've been missing for 5 years now. Somehow, though, the bill keeps getting paid. Did you check into who's paying it? Oh, excuse me a minute, guys. There we go. Yeah. That's a bit more comfortable. We tried, we couldn't find anything. We're thinking this is a dead end, boss. We'd like to look into other avenues if that's good with you. That's fine. Thanks, detective. Look into the missing cat. Misty Rio has a cat named Molly that went missing on the night of the murder. Something about the whole thing seems off. Can you look into it? Got it. I'll make it my top priority. Good stuff. Is she... No, she's still investigating. Okay. Not as efficient as Hoss. Not as efficient as Hoss. No. Okay. Well, okay. We've got 2 left to do. So... odds and evens, I guess. So, on odds, it'll be Sophie. On an even, it will be Faye. Alright? That's a 6 on the dice. Let's summon the Nusser. You have the right to remain silent to an attorney to submit any favourable evidence you may think makes history in this case. Okay. Were you at the previous hearing? Hearing? Yeah, why? Then you should know a lot of new information came to light. There are a few things I'd like to ask you regarding some newly uncovered facts. New information? Okay. Tell me about the graduation. You mean the information operator A leaked online? Ah, if you want my opinion, it just seems like an empty threat she made during an argument. I don't think Kurumi actually wants to graduate. You don't? At least I never personally got that impression from her. I even talked to her about the plan for the year and it didn't seem like she planned to leave. Do you have a record of that conversation? Record? No, it's deleted. Got it. But whether or not she wants to graduate doesn't really have anything to do with the case, right? Not if she had an argument with Mr. C. Uh-oh. Why? It could reveal her motive. Really? But I figure if Kurumi was unhappy with Mr. she'd just quit, right? Not murder him. I guess I understand what you mean. Thank you. Glad you understand. Okay. That didn't really give me much of use. I don't go online that often. But you're an event planner. I don't need to use the internet. If I want to look at other events, just watch videos. But you're asking about social media stuff, right? I don't use that. Everything I'm asking you is in regard to your company, so you just answer what you know. Okay, I'll try then. Tell me about Sophie's dating life. This should be good. Really, she doesn't give me that feeling. Kind of surprising. I guess I never really thought about it before. Alright. Tell me about Honor. I'm not that close to her, and she like that. I don't know anything about it, sorry. She's being kind of evasive. I mean, she's either evasive or she's just kind of like an airhead. I'm not close enough with the man to recognize her art style on her accounts. I've got no idea about that. Sorry. Tell me about Sophie and Karipa's relationship. I think it's a misunderstanding. Okay, what kind? Sophie's always been nice to me. I think Operator Ace trying to influence the direction of the case. Are you speaking from the perspective of Karipa's real face? No! Didn't I tell you before, event planning has to work together with Sophie a lot, so I'm speaking from that perspective. What do you mean real face? Now you're getting me all confused. So from your experience dealing with Sophie Law, you think that conversation was fake? I don't know if it's real or fake. I just think Operator A is up to no good. Alright, thank you. Oh, excuse me. There we go. I don't think she means well. Telling everyone Karipa's graduation plans on purpose during a murder case, that's bad. Okay, who do you think Operator A is then? Huh? I don't know, let me think. Maybe Amanda or Honor? What kind of misunderstanding? Even from the first hearing, I never thought they were Karipa's real face. It was just weird. Why not Sophie? Operator A posted a conversation with Sophie and Karipa. So if it was Sophie, that'd be kind of weird, right? That's why I don't think it's her. Alright. Okay, thank you. That didn't give me very much of use. We should probably see what Hoss has got for us. Got 2 new pieces of information for you, prosecutor. Hit me. First, I have the report on the victim's computer. Seems like his computer has been thoroughly wiped. Our IT guy couldn't recover anything at all. So it's a dead end, huh? But we did find something. Our IT guy looked at his computer's access records and saw something strange. The victim's computer was remotely accessed twice. First time was 8:18 to 10:02 PM. Second was 2:33 AM to 2:45 AM. Remotely accessed, so someone's using the victim's computer from another location. Yeah. Your old hypothesis was that Mr. C left those comments on Karipa's account since it showed the officer's IP address. If his computer was accessed remotely, would that still be true? Unfortunately, since it was accessed remotely, anyone could have left those comments and used the victim's IP address. Alright. So that means we're back to square one with the victim's time of death. Yeah, sorry. Okay. But why was his computer accessed at 2 in the morning? We're still not sure about that one. We checked the cameras too, but nothing showed up. However, we can confirm that the 8 PM and the 2 AM connections were made from 2 different devices and probably 2 different people. We can also confirm at 2 they accessed the security system, probably to try and check the footage. Oh. Hang on, so is there more than one murderer? What if they all did it? Ah, you devils. But they didn't delete any. No, we know the footage was already deleted at 9 PM, which is another reason we think these connections were made by 2 different people. So the first person deleted it. Okay. We found the real murder weapon. What? Where? In the garbage room at Misty and Prudence's apartment complex. The murder weapon was a tactical knife found stuffed in a backpack along with a pair of bloody gloves. The janitor found it was sorted in the trash. We've already confirmed it's Mr. C's blood on both the knife and the gloves. The size of the weapon and blood patterns both match the victim's wound, with over a 95% chance of it being the murder weapon. Tried fingerprints and DNA to match the perp, but no luck. We assume they took precautions to wipe the tracks. Can you figure out when they dumped it? I'm sorry, I've been watching Bogdanov memes on YouTube. It's happening. It's old. Bump it. Oh dear. They're in a camera dead zone. The time window is so broad we haven't had to find anything. Alright. So it's in Misty and Prudence's apartment complex. See, I've always been kind of suspicious of Misty, to be honest. Hello there, Bill Nye. How you doing? How's the science going today? I hope it's going well. Okay. She's still looking into the missing cat? Nah, don't change. Don't change the investigation. Okay. Oh, about the missing cat. What'd you find? This was a strange one. We had success after expanding our search to a nearby park. Oh, that's Misty. She got a cat carrier. Alright. At 1:23 AM on April 21st, there's footage of Misty bringing what looks to be a cat carrier into the park. 16 minutes later, at 1:37 AM, there's footage of her leaving from the same place she went in. This time, no carrier. Okay. She looked really nervous, like she was actually looking for cameras. The one that caught her was hidden, so she didn't notice it. So she abandoned her own cat in the park. Hold on. Yeah, that's the night after the killing. We didn't actually see her abandon the cat. We're just putting two and two together. Should I confront her directly? No, with the current attitude, she probably wouldn't admit it. Better keep it in hand for now. Okay, thank you. Ask about Sophia Love's boyfriend. Because as I remember, he was doing something to do with some sort of fraud. Hey there, Akash. Sorry, I'm squinting at my... I need to work out how to blow up my chat so I can have slightly bigger text. But yes, welcome. How you doing? Welcome to the Real Face for Vtuber, in which we're trying to uncover the murderer. We're going to try and uncover the murderer. Yes. Whether we can or not, well, that remains to be seen. I found one of those whale fans you wanted. There are new contacts on why. Oh, cool. What are they like? Hard to say. What do you mean? I just feel like he knows a lot about the case. So he's a case chaser. No, that's not it. I don't know. It's just a weird feeling. See when you talk to him. Alright, got it. Thanks, Emily. No problem. Okay. Right. So, we need to speak to Sophie next, which should be very interesting considering that we had her on trial last time, but let's see how this goes. I understand. So why pretend to be Karupa's real face then? I think you're misunderstanding something, just in truth. I'm not pretending. I am Karupa's real face. I think we talked about this issue in court already. And that in and of itself is an issue. You shouldn't be talking about this in court. Think about it. Did you let me truly explain myself during the trial last time? I just made a mistake on a sign-off catchphrase, that's all. Court makes me nervous. I messed up. Can't you understand that? Well then, it seems like we have a lot to talk about. Fine with me. Let's begin then. Oh, she's not mad with me. Well, that's kind of nice. That's kind of nice. Oh, I can only ask her views on real face. That's very interesting. The court revealed your plans to graduate. Can you explain that? I've always been a bit of a drama queen. I've got nothing to say to that. If you found another job that paid better, wouldn't you want to change? Really, wouldn't you? Is that your explanation? Yeah, and I also think this has nothing to do with Mr. C's murder. Apart from Mr. C, did you tell anyone else about your plans? Nope, just Mr. C. Now, is that the case? Okay. Let's have a look. Don't think there is anything. Not even your agent. Are you messing with me? I am my own agent. How can I tell myself what I already know? I think you're the one messing with me. How? I'm being very serious. Unless you have proof that I'm not Kurita's real face. I think... this. Oh, I just noticed that Wild Goose's thing is her earring. I don't know how I didn't notice that before. This screenshot of Kurita and her agent was leaked by Operator A. Now let me ask you, which one of these are you? I mean, you weren't talking to yourself, right? There are a number of signs that all point to you not being Kurita's real face. Or do you need more proof? Can you just be real with me? Seems like this is the end of the line, huh? Meaning, I admit it, I'm an imposter. Sorry, I'll tell the truth now. Okay, thank you. So why did you lie? Do you have to act all high and mighty? It's hurt my feelings. Please, just answer my question. I am. It's simple, really. When On and Amanda came out and said they were Kurita's real face, something told me they were faking it. So I went along and faked it too. Okay, so you didn't answer my question. I would like a reason. I want a reason. It's hard for me to give you one. I said it before I even realised what I was doing. Isn't that good enough? You don't know who the real face is. Sorry to disappoint you, but no. But going by basic deduction, I guess it's one of the other three. Which one? I don't know, really. Your instincts told you it's not Amanda Childs or Anna Chen, so where are those instincts now? Are you messing with me? What if I am? What do you think that would mean? Anyway, I said what I wanted to say. The rest is up to you to figure out. Thanks for the help, I guess. Not that it was very much help, but, you know, we bowl. Okay. Can we talk about Kurita's graduation? I wish. I didn't hear about it until I was here. To be honest, as her agent, it makes me feel a little neglected. Didn't talk to her about it. Kurita's official account is our only form of contact. You should know just in truth that all these conversations were deleted, and I assume the police have control of the account now. My point is, we've lost contact. I haven't talked to Kuri in a while now. So before the trial, you hadn't heard of her plans to graduate, and since the trial began, you haven't talked to her. That's right. Is that so? Okay. Okay. Hey, Hades, welcome in. How you doing? Hope you're having a good one. How does the Vtuber race attorney be going? Slowly so far. We're uncovering the truth. All the threads are thick as custard, and I'm starting to feel like I'm becoming congealed in the confection of their lies. What a sentence. Welcome, Emir Khan. How you doing? Welcome, welcome. How you doing? Okay. Let's ask her about internet questions. Do you read a lot online? On why specifically? Of course, I'm an agent. I have to keep up to date. And have you learned anything interesting since the trial began? You must want to know about Operator A. Everything they've leaked is true. They must have a screw loose or something. I take it you've seen the screenshot of your conversation with Kurita? Yeah, I've seen it. I'm sorry I lied before. Let's talk about it then. Was this conversation real? Yeah, we had it. Can you describe your relationship with Kurita? I'd say we have a harmonious working relationship. Work hard at our own jobs for the same goal. Even if you talk to each other like this. This happened within my first 3 months at the company. Kurita was late responding to me once and that caused trouble for me with a client. I understand that you're just looking for that conversation. Anyone would think we have a negative relationship. But I want you to focus on two things. One, there's no time written on that screenshot. And two, it's unclear what the two of us are talking about. So if you want to prove what I just said, I can't. Everything's been deleted. Alright? It seems Operator A knows what they're doing. Interesting. Ooh, excuse me. Tell me about Operator A. Who do you think they are? Amanda, On, or Faye Ward? One of them. Based on what? I trust my instincts. On and Amanda both already pretend to be curious, so they've got something up their sleeves. And Faye Ward, she's just suspicious. When I think about it, I can't remember ever doing anything at all with Faye. What do you mean? I'm quite the social butterfly, as you know, but there's always been a distance between Faye and I. She lives in her own little world. I don't even know why she works at LILIEN. Honestly, she's just a huge weirdo. I'd like to know why you didn't mention the other two. Misty and Prudence. Why do you trust them? I guess I do trust them, huh? I just don't have any reason not to. It's not like I think everybody's suspicious. Alright. Tell me about Amanda's loads. Do you know this account? Let's see. No, I don't think so. Rumour has it this is Amanda Child's account, and she uses it specifically to share adult Kurumi content. And those are just rumours, right? I don't have an opinion on it. If I see adult content, I report it through the proper channels. Thanks for letting me know. Okay. Tell me about On. She's very, very strict about adult content. She's a bit famous for it. Okay. People online have made memes of her. She gets into arguments with fans sometimes, but honestly, it's a lot easier for me when she's around to play the villain. Nice. So I should really thank her for that. I guess that's all. Okay. Tell me about your own dating life. Some people really like to run their mouths. Can you talk a bit about it? I think everything you've read is true. Either way, I don't think my love life has anything to do with the case, so I'd rather not talk about it here. But if you're that interested just in truth, feel free to come over and have a drink sometime. Then we can talk all about it. No, that's okay. No interest here. Emily. She's the worst wingman a prosecutor could possibly have. Oh, yeah. Okay. We need to go... Emily is the clingy type, yeah. But Justin doesn't seem to realise that she's into him. It's a notification. Justin, Karipa's going live. Well, well, well. Going live at a time like this? Is she going to address those graduation rumours? This looks different from the last stream. Has a lobby screen and everything. Looks a lot more official like her usual scheduled streams. Curry curry. I'm the Karipa. Let's get ready to roll. You guys really, really love me, huh? As I'm sure you all know, some things have been happening at Curry's company lately I've been able to stream. Curry's just been so bored. It's been so long since Curry streamed, Curry felt like she was going through withdrawal. That's why Curry just had to jump on and play some games with you all. Now, all my characters have to keep this a secret, alright? Video games at a time like this. She's kidding, right? So today we're going to play hide and seek. Let Curry just switch the screen here. Hide and seek. A long, long time ago, there was a super adorable and cute virus. That's right, her name was Curry. It's me! Curry lived in a big, big place. It was honestly way too big and it made Curry super duper bored. But that's okay, Curry could clone herself. Sleepy, ever tired, Doc, the genius, Dopey, the dum-dum, Sneezy, the sneezer, Bashful, the shy one, Grumpy, the crankster, and Happy, always smiling. This is just the 7 dwarves. Curry'd have so much fun with them every day. Then one day they all found a treasure map. Let's go find the treasure, Curry said. Hold on, I'm taking some notes here. Is that Treasure Island? Ah, Sleepy already fell asleep. Doc said, let me handle it, and took Bashful's hand. Oop, there we go. Sneezy stuck close behind. Dopey and Grumpy were so excited. Happy was dancing a waltz all by themselves. But then an evil hunter appeared. Bang! They shot Sneezy. Oh no, someone's been infected. There's been a time bomb planted among them. But the real enemy was a big scary virus monster. That's right, Curry was that monster all along. Mwahaha! Virus beam! Doc let go of Bashful's hand and ran away with Sneezy. Dopey and Grumpy started freaking out. Happy was still dancing. And just as no one knew what to do, boom! The time bomb went off. Everyone got blown to smithereens. Curry was the only one left. The end. What? What in the cocaine? Hold on. That sounded very Faye Ward. That sounded incredibly Faye. Like, it's just unhinged. Can I super chat her? Alright, let's chat. If we don't chat, Curry can't prove this was a live stream. You guys can ask whatever you want. Alright, let's send her $250. Is that pretty? I was so bored without you, Curry. I missed watching you play games. I know! Curry wants to play games too. You know Curry wants things to get back to normal as quick as possible. So, can you wait for me just a little longer? You're finally here, XYZ001. Come play hide and seek with me, Prosecutor Truth. Maybe I'll show up as Karipa during the next hearing. You know how to reach me. That's all for today's stream. Thank you all for keeping me company. See you next time. Catch me if you can. I'm sorry, what? Ah! Catch me if you can. Could we be totally looking in the wrong direction? Guys. I can fix her. I can't, can I? I don't get it. What do you think she's saying, Justin? She's provoking us. I figured as much. She really thinks she won't get caught, huh? Who answered the phone? Amanda Charles is at home. Her family can attest to that. Okay, let me load up my notepad. So, Amanda was home. Sophie's at dinner. No one else answered. Okay. I feel like there's multiple Karipe. Is that the right term? Karipe? Oh, what is the plural of Karipa? That's the question. Did we get the search warrant yet? Not yet. I heard this time there was a crow, and I'm starting to think some dark forces are trying to keep me from finding this person's identity the normal way. Justin, it's fine, I'll go rogue. Karipa has become a prosecutable target. Prosecutor, about Sophia's boyfriend. What did you find? His name is Owen Green. He's got a record for theft. His dad owns a factory that failed and went under. His family couldn't repay the debt, so they ran. We couldn't contact a single one of them. We checked his social side. The probability he met with Sophie on April 20th is high. Based on what? First is CCTV footage. We expanded our search around Sophie's house and found Green caught on camera 3 times. Those times being 8:47, 8:56 and 9:22. Alright. Second, we found Green's prints on the emergency staircase of a Laws apartment building. Those fingerprints along with Sophie's were all clustered around the same general area. That's fine. Thanks, Oliver. Okay. Reinvestigate the office. After checking all the suspects' alibis, I'm afraid we might not have been thorough enough in our investigation of the crime scene. Anyway, you want to focus on specifically? I'll give you a list, but I'd like you to give some extra attention to the meeting room. Got it. Do whatever you need, Mr. Truth. Cool. We need to go and speak to that whale. We have enough information to accuse now, but I don't feel like I want to just yet. Can I summon? I can't summon Karipa, but I can try to prosecute Karipa. Oh. See, whoever Karipa is, I'm pretty certain is the suspect, but I'm starting to think that there are more than one of her. This is very curious. Very curious indeed. Okay. Let's go on the internet for a bit. Let's chat to this whale. Aji, huh? They keep posting photos of themselves traveling to different countries. Must be rich. Is that... Oh, that's Cologne Cathedral, isn't it? I've been in there. I've been up there. There's like 500 steps to get into that bell tower. It's a nightmare. Hold on. I don't recognise that building. I want to say that's in Berlin. Is that Venice? They're in Europe? Okay. Bring on the truth, okay? Hello. Is it me you're looking for? Okay. Interesting. I'm sure you've already heard about the LILIEN attempted murder trial. I'm a little nervous. What do you want me to say? Just answer my questions normally, but I'm afraid I'll mess up. You can't mess up if you tell the truth. Okay, I'll try my best. Could you tell me something to help me relax? Everyone gets nervous with the prosecutor, so don't worry. Thank you, that helped a lot. Good, let's begin. Got it. Sorry, but something urgent's come up. This is for you. Is this Mr. C's insurance policy? You want to know about the murder, right? This might help. You have to go now, sorry. How do you have this? Can you tell me where you got it? They're gone. I wonder if that's her if that's Sophie's boyfriend. Let's have a look at that. It was... Where's it gone? Here. We need to speak to Sophie about meeting her boyfriend. Hey. Tell me about Surprise Stream 2 then. What's the point of that stream? Just in truth, you're getting sneakier and sneakier. You're using open-ended questions so I accidentally say the wrong thing. Am I right? That goes both ways. It was a fable. A fable? The 7 dwarves corresponded with LILIEN's employees. Sleepy falling asleep before they even set out on their journey was referring to Mr. C. I think the order the rest of them was introduced was the order everyone into the company. When I started, Amanda and Misty were already there. So Misty is Doc, Amanda is Dopey, I don't know why I'm sneezy. Prudence is bashful, On is grumpy, Faye is happy. And what do you think Kurumi was trying to say with all that? I don't know, I didn't understand the second half. Especially why Kurumi was the bad guy. I just don't get it. In her story, Sneezy interacts with some of the other dwarves. Why do you think that is? I think it's directional. Oh. I think Amanda, On, and Faye all have problems. I think Misty, Prudence, and I feel the same way. That's why we were together in the story. Okay, got it. There's something else. In the Vtuber world, it's very important to maintain a consistent character. My character is Grumpy British Man. A Vtuber has to interact with their fans while staying in that character. Also, you're not the only one who watched that surprise stream. The killer watched it too. I think that's why Kurumi was calling for help in such a vague way. You think she was calling for help? I do. Alright, got it. By the way, what were you doing during that important announcement? I was streaming? You're still sticking with that, huh? Miss Law? Sorry, I forgot. I was working at home, but there's no one who can back me up on that. Are you sure? Yeah, I'm sure. Alright, thank you. So she's actually told us a porky about that. Because... Let's pull up the Alibi 3. Alibi... No, we haven't got that yet. But the thing is, as far as we know, she was at dinner with her friend, but now she's saying she's at home. When you are at dinner, that normally implies that you've gone out somewhere. Okay. Tell me about your boyfriend. I'd like you to take a look at this. What's this? Where'd you find this? We're taking this case very seriously, Miss Law. We can find a lot of things. This person has nothing to do with this case. Sore subject, huh? You've been so relaxed up to this point. Because you bring up someone totally unrelated into this. If they have nothing to do with it, why are you so upset? On April 20th, did you meet up with the person in the picture? I'll say one more time, this person has nothing to do with anything. How about we let the facts speak for themselves? Mr. Law? Is she about to faint? Are you alright? I'm fine, thank you. This person's my boyfriend. Yes, we did see each other that day. But none of it has anything to do with this case. I refuse to answer any more questions about him. She's gone right back to being upset again. Why'd you meet up that day? I told you I'm not answering any more questions about him. You serious about that? It's unrelated to the case. Alright, got it. So if we can prove that it is related to the case, we might be able to expand on that further. Alright, makes sense. Anything more for me, Hoss? Prosecutor, you want me to check into the scene of the crime again? What'd you find? There were 2 new discoveries. First, we found some unidentified hair. After checking into it, we found that it's cat hair. Cat hair? Where'd you find it? Around the victim's desk. But based on how little of it there was, we don't think there was an actual cat in the victim's office. We think it must have fallen off the person's clothing. Everything is pointing towards Misty now. I see. We also found a set of streaming equipment in a meeting room cubby. We did a luminol test and found a large amount of blood belonging to the victim. We found fingerprints from every employee on the equipment. They don't match the blood. Since it was office equipment, we figured everyone used it before. We don't really think this is worth pursuing any further. The thing is, cat hair, there's 2 people in the company who have access to cat. Hey Catherine, how you doing? Welcome in. How you doing? Hope you're having a good one. Thank you for the report. Have a look into Alibi 3, please. Kill time. Hey, Emily. Yeah? I'm bored. I'm gonna do something. I'm busy as heck. How are you bored? I also started investigating and I didn't feel like calling all the suspects over for no reason. You don't have any other cases? I do, tons. So many I'm scared to look. Then go deal with them. Alright. It's just hard for me to work on all this tiny stupid cases when I've got such a big important one, you know. I'm very jealous of your one-track mind. Alright, off to work. So you'd rather spend time with me than all those cute suspects, huh? Obviously. Why, what's up? Nothing. Okay. About everyone's alibi during the second stream, what'd you find? Amanda Childs answered the phone. She was home and her parents saw her answer the phone. Her brother even filmed a snippet of her watching the stream. Okay. So, seems like she really wants to prove she isn't the real face. Yeah, she came prepared. Sophia Law also answered the phone. She said she was with a friend. After checking up on that, we found that she was actually together with Misty Ryu at the office. Okay. Sophie has actually lied to us twice then. Misty? Yeah, who didn't answer the phone, by the way. When following up, she said she was eating with her friend and didn't hear the phone. Later, we figured out that friend was Sophia Law. Okay, so they've eaten dinner at the office, which is fucking weird, but alright, whatever. Was anyone else in the office? We checked the cameras. It seems it was only those 2. Can we prove Misty Ryu isn't the real face, then? Unfortunately not. Okay. Honor Chen didn't answer the phone, says it was dead, but she claims she was watching the stream and she isn't Karipa's real face. Okay. She already confessed but hasn't answered the phone even once. Prudence Weeks didn't answer the phone either. She said she was busy working, she didn't know about the stream. Her attitude was actually a lot firmer than usual, it kind of scared me. Okay. Okay. That's out of character. I'm kind of starting to suspect Prudence and, like, Misty might not be, but I think Prudence is very suspicious at this point. What about the last one? Faye Ward also didn't answer the phone. She said she saw it ring but didn't answer it just for fun. What? You heard right, she purposely didn't answer the phone. Come to think of it, Ward's attitude's changed a lot too. She's a lot sweeter than before. She's a little disconcerting. This company's full of weirdos. Well, that's everybody's alibi. Okay, thanks, detective. Tell me about dating rumours. Someone online posted a private account Kuripa uses for fan donations. Can you look into who owns it? Got it. Make him a top priority. Okay. Right. Oh, excuse me, guys. I need to go grab a drink, alright? Give me a couple of minutes. I'll be right back, yeah? Okay. Whoop. There we go. I'm back. Right, we need to summon the suspects, huh? So we need to ask everyone about Surprise Stream 2. So what we'll do is we're just going to work through in order this time. Pull Amanda in first. Okay. What was that surprise stream all about? The one with the story. Did you feel bad being called up by Curry like that? I don't know what you're talking about. Can you explain how you felt about it? How I felt? The first half really felt like a Curry stream. Curry's always told the best stories, like bedtime stories, you know. I actually felt kind of excited watching like the old Curry was back. But then it got really weird, talking about evil monsters and time bombs and stuff. I'm not good with complicated stuff, so I don't know what she was talking about. What were you doing when the stream started? I was at home not really doing anything. But then you called during the stream and I answered to prove I wasn't her real face. Your cat is kind of on top of you at the moment. That is a good evening. That is an incredibly good evening. My cat loves to climb up for a cuddle. When I go downstairs after stream, there is no doubt he will get up onto my chest and go to sleep for a bit, and I just let him. I just let him. I want to change my testimony a little. Oh, the last stream was that important announcement. That time my brother suggested I shouldn't answer the phone. Your brother? Yeah. I told my brother about pretending to be Curry's real face, and then he happened to be home during that stream. I got all worked up when she started that surprise stream, and then you called and I was going to answer, but my brother stopped me. He said if I'm pretending to be a real face, I shouldn't answer the phone during the stream. I see. Okay, thank you. Doesn't look like there's anything else we need to ask about there. Okay. So we checked out her alibi. Seems... Hey, I've got info on the fan dates you wanted. Let's hear it. After doing a thorough investigation, we found that Karipa really has used this bank account for foundations in the past. Seems like she accidentally posted the account publicly for a minute. She deleted the post, but by that point word was out and it was passed around in fan circles. Did you confirm the owner of the account? We couldn't. The account's linked to a Swiss bank, but the owner's anonymous. We were able to find a withdrawal invoice from February this year. Okay, so the owner took money out of it. Hey, Erixia, welcome in. How are you going? Hope you're having a good one. Still no leads on a possible real face? We couldn't get any reliable information. Everyone just avoids the topic. We could only get our hands on this one photo. Interesting. That looks very much like the sort of stuff Prudence wears. I can't see anything in this. The person who gave us this photo said it was him and the real face out on a date, but the description of the real face was all over the place. They could have been making it up. We're trying everything we can, but so far, not much luck. Sorry, prosecutor, this lead's been tough to track. Okay, thanks. Zelda is actually expended. Alright. See, let me just see. Here we are. Now look, see. Sleeveless shirt, skirt. Shirt of sorts. Dress. Crop top, jeans. Hoodie. Hoodie with a design on. Can't see a lower half though. That's what makes me. That's what leads me to it being, this being Prudence, because the way that this is set, the clothing is very reminiscent of the sort of stuff that she wears. Well, well, well. Who am I? Who am I? Oh God. We're asking the real existential questions tonight. Well, I used to be Shinsu Kaiose, but then I started replacing bits of myself piece by piece by piece, and I think I've become the ship of Theseus, which is, well, not exactly ideal, because that means I'm now a boat, and that means that I'm going to get used for, like, invading Troy and stuff, which is not ideal at all. I'm the real face of a VTuber? Oh no! You found me out. I've been rumbled. Is there anything else I need to grill Amanda about? Why is my hair like a sea urchin? I'm a sea slug. Amanda's got nothing new for us. Okay. Yeah, I'm a sea slug. Sea urchins, we fuck with the sea urchins, but like they, you know, they their own posse. Let's ask Sophie some more questions. So tell me about your date with Misty. About the second surprise stream, the police said you were with Misty Rio at the time. Oh yeah, you just reminded me. I was with Misty when she started streaming, yeah. We were both pretty shocked she started another stream, and then Secretary Close called not soon after. I was still pretty shocked when she called, so I just said, I'm with my friend. Only after I hung up did I realise I should have said, I'm with Misty. Okay. That's why when the police asked later on, oops, no, don't quit. I clarified who I was with, so actually pressing escape key goes straight into quit the game. I need to be careful with that. I just knocked it completely by accident, which is suboptimal. Okay. Why didn't Misty answer the phone? She didn't answer. Sorry, I didn't notice. I was just paying attention to the stream, so... What were you doing in the office? Talking about work stuff. This investigation has pretty much stopped our work cold, so there was a lot we needed to discuss. We heard we'd finally allowed to go back in, so we went over together. I hope they didn't cause you any trouble. Kind of. We need to speak to Misty about that as well. We'll speak to Anna, see what she's got to give us. What did that stream mean? She was calling for help. Calling for help? My daughter couldn't directly reveal the identity of her real face or break character. With that restriction in place, she could only use a roundabout way to call for help from the outside world. I think this abstract story she told has plenty of secret meaning. So how would you explain its secret meaning then? The 7 characters in the story are obviously LILIEN's 6 employees plus Mr. C. Sleepy falling asleep before they set out refers to Mr. C dying. The treasure map is referring to the truth hidden somewhere. The time bomb is the killer. My daughter didn't say who the infected one was because she doesn't know who the killer is. That's interesting. Okay. I think Curry refers to herself as the monster because everyone on the internet starts to think she is the killer. The only thing I'm not sure of is the hunter. And she introduced the hunter, then never brought them up again. Also, the person who got shot came back and was fine. So I have nothing to say about the hunter right now. Why do you think Karipa told this story? Because my daughter isn't the killer. Think about it, it was a time bomb that killed Mr. C, not my daughter. I think that's what she was trying to say. Very interesting. I also got this one sentence. Curry was the only one left. That line gave me a real feeling of loneliness. So that's why I think she was calling for help. Okay. I see. Right, okay. That gives us a bit more to go on. I don't know if I want to take things to court just yet. Let's ask these other 3. I'm incredibly suspicious of you, Prudence Weeks. What was the meaning of that stream? I'd like to show you this. What is this? I found it while looking through company records these past few days. Our company's budget revision for the 2nd and 3rd quarter was written by Sophie, even though it's not part of her job. And what is this budget revision supposed to prove? That's up to you. I'm just giving you something I found. Do you think she's the killer? I'm not pointing the finger at anybody. But if all evidence points to one certain person, then doesn't that mean they did it? Okay, I have a question. I was obviously asking you about Karipa's stream from a few days ago. So why would you suddenly present this evidence? It doesn't seem to be related to my question. I just figured you want information related to the case. Well, I think this is related to the case. Great. Now can I ask for your opinion on the stream? I'm exercising my right to remain silent. Okay, got it. That's very odd. That is uncharacteristic. Why would she not give us her opinion? Interesting. Maybe Misty can help out. I mean, that seems like a misnomer. Misty's never going to help out. But... what was the stream all about? Yeah, what was it all about? Please don't answer my question with a question. I don't know, and I take offense to you thinking I would. Maybe it's a call for help. Maybe she was just looking for comfort from her fans. Or maybe she was trying to get people off her back. What do you think, Mr. Prosecutor? What do you mean call for help? When asking for help, it's best to be as clear as possible. If you beat around the bush, you'll only annoy people. If you're going to be vague, best not to ask at all. What do you think, Mr. Prosecutor? You already said it. That's why I don't understand you keeping Karipa's identity a secret. I do because... oh? Really? Oh, okay. Miss Ryu? Sorry, I zoned out. Anyway, I don't think we can rule out the stream being a call for help. As for the story she told, maybe you can come up with your own meaning for it. Alright. That was very odd. Why did she zone out like that? We'll talk to Faye again. Her smiling like that is odd. What was that stream all about? Can I just ask, is Misty doing alright? Why bring up Misty? If you don't want to answer, that's fine. Never mind, just forget what I said. Is how Misty Ryu is doing related to the case? Sorry, I'm just thinking too much. Okay, but why would my question about Karipa's stream spark your own question about Misty? I just thought of her all of a sudden, I don't know. Anyway, I don't really have any thoughts on the stream. Why not? Why not? She seems to be talking to someone else, yeah. I mean, I don't know if it's that fourth wall breaker. There's like, I think they just called themselves Truth. But I kind of wonder if they're speaking to the game engine, and the game engine is saying, no, he's on the path of truth, you can't tell him. You don't have the right to remain silent? Okay, got it. We've got another lead, huh? Why did Faye bring up Misty? We need to go speak to Misty then. Again. Okay. How have things been between you and Faye Ward recently? Me and Faye? Why the sudden question? When I asked her about the meaning of Karipa's story, she asked how you were doing. I thought maybe something happened. No, just some private stuff. Private stuff? Geedy. Nothing to do with the case. I'd just like to better understand her attitude that day. Can you help me with that? I guess. That night she called me to confess her love to me. Yuri? What? Confess her love? Did I hear that right? That's right, it really caught me off guard. She said she's liked me for a long time, wanted to marry me, and that she even brought a ring, and if I wanted to, we could go at Richard's right then. I was really in a bad mood that day and didn't want to talk about it, so I got pretty annoyed. That's basically it. It's stupid, really. Congratulations? What? Come on, I have a boyfriend. I'm not getting together with Faye. Oh, yeah? Sorry, I just thought it was supposed to say congratulations when someone proposes. Maybe if the other person says yes? If someone's proposal gets turned down, why would you congratulate them? What are you congratulating? There's nothing between us anyway. I feel kind of bad for it now. Can we just get back to the case, please? Okay, got it. That didn't seem to give us very much of use at all. Right. Let's go over what we've got for now then, huh? So, Prudence has been very kind of stum on things. However, right, I'm just going through here. Evidence, that's what we wanted. Yeah. Okay. Okay. See, these two weren't there for the first surprise stream, but the second surprise stream, bit different. Now, here's the thing, right? The dagger was found in their apartment complex, right? Very small amount of cat hair fell off an employee's clothing. There's two employees who have access to a cat, right? Go back to the evidence again. Now, okay. Sleeping pills. So she has access to sleeping pills as well. Do we have a picture of the corpse? She's... Yeah, office streaming equipment? Okay. Oh. And this is the other thing. I still think that's Prudence. I'm going to ask Secretary Close for some advice. I can't possibly suspect poor sweet Prudence. I can, and I will. I can suspect whoever I want because I am a big boy now. Now what? We can accuse Kurumi and have her appear virtually in court. We can ask each suspect what they think about latest online discourse and Operator A. Check Kuripa's stream records, could be new info. You always have good ideas. Well, if we look at the evidence we have on hand, what about Kurumi? Okay, let's talk about accusing Kurumi. The chat log is the most direct piece of evidence, right? I think we should accuse her on the April 14th and that April 20th conversation. Thanks, that's a lot to think about. No problem. She's saying we should accuse Kurumi. Interesting. Interesting. Maybe she just tripped with a dagger teehee. Listen, I own daggers. You can't just trip with them. Like, the thing is, like, you do have to be more careful when you're moving with them, because the thing is, daggers are knives, and you run faster when you have a knife equipped. That's just basic Counter-Strike knowledge, right? That's just basics. Oh, excuse me. Ow. Okay. Let me, well, she's basically told us what she thinks we need to do. Hoss has already given us everything, so I'm going to save here. And then we're going to try it, okay? We have enough evidence, let's take on our killer. Knife in Bropia? You're under arrest, buckaroo. Yeah, we can have knives. I've got one in my hand literally right now. Literally right now in my hand. I mean, it's a hobby knife because Warhammer. Oh, thinking of which, Saturday's going to be a bloodbath. The Vile Vectorian Battle Force box is coming out for pre-order, and it's like, if that's like 150 quid or thereabouts, I'm buying it. Because, basically, I've already got... Here he is. Almost knocked off one of my guys there. I've got Felthius and the Tainted Cohort, which is in there. So I could just sell them on. So I don't need another Felthius. But there's 20 Poxwalkers, need. There's 3 Death Shroud, need. There's 3 Fetid Bloat Drones, need. And if I was to buy it for 150 and then sell the Felthius and Cohort for like, I don't know, 25, 30, I've actually made a big discount. You know, because all the stuff in that box together is like what? Probably encroaching on like 180. So, you know, getting like 50 quid off of all that. Alright, let's go for Karipa. Here we go. Court's about to begin. Now what? I'm so nervous. Don't worry, we're well prepared. Guess you're right. Feeling nervous after you've done so much work is kind of rude of me. Anyway, we definitely have enough evidence this time. This killer has taken things far enough. We must catch him and bring him to justice. Hearing that makes me feel a little better. I'll try my best too. We've got this. Zoe Dunn? What are you doing here? You said yourself you think Karipa is the killer. You think I want to be here? I didn't know I'd be assigned this case again. I guess when they said they were short-staffed, they really meant it. Are you going against your own claim? Duh, that's the basics of the basics, Tree. Don't you know anything about being a defense attorney? Yes, I do. This is a special case, though. You did contact the defendant, right? Of course I did. I still have ethics, you know. You don't have to worry about it. It's about time. I'd like to ask something before we get started. Why is the defendant on a screen? It's very important the identity of Karipa's real face isn't exposed, Your Honor. I'm sorry you sure our application for remote attendance. There's also been a precedent for this in Japanese court. On July 20th, 2027, there was a case prosecuting an orca. Give me a second. I gotta ask Ara if they've seen that. That's fucking brilliant. I see. What does the prosecution think about this? We think it's fine, Your Honor. Well, if it happened in Japan, I'll allow it. I wonder if orcas take showers. Excuse me. Poor Chloe. They're underwater all the time, so they're perpetually showering, right? I suppose so. Anyhow, let us begin. This court will now convene with the matter of the death of LILIEN Entertainment CEO, Mr. C. Counsel, please be seated. Are both sides prepared to give their opening statements? Yes, Your Honor. We're going to say, Vix, this feels like a boss fight. The defense is ready. Very well. Both sides may state their position. During our last hearing, we proposed the possibility of Karipa having committed this murder. After investigating further, we made some shocking discoveries. The defendant has multiple conflicts with the company, going so far as to have had some serious altercations with the victim himself. Karipa's real face obviously has a key to the office, and we've already uncovered a method of killing the victim. The prosecution will prove this point, as well as reveal the true identity of Karipa's real face. How could someone working from home kill someone in their office at the same time? Karipa was streaming on the night of the murder with a solid alibi. Any method brought forth by the prosecution will be pure conjecture, and any serious altercations cannot be proven as a motive. Hold on a minute. Need to get a lozenge. Here it is. Hang on. There we go. The defense claims that Karipa did not commit this murder, and any claim otherwise by the prosecution cannot be substantiated. Very well, I've heard both sides. May the prosecution's first witness take the stand. Okay, it's honour. Hey, prosecutor. You didn't forget your promise to me, did you? Of course not. You don't want to know what I'll do to you if you break it. I do. We have to prove that they had unresolved conflicts. Okay. I mean, the office tantrum. That's one. Presenting evidence 045. Oh, excuse me. This social media account is exclusively used by Kurumi. The conversations recorded inside were all deleted before the murders took place. Did you know about this account? Yes, all LILIEN employees contacted Kurumi through this account. I contact my daughter often for work, actually. If my conversations are all gone, that means someone deleted them. Okay. Did the deleted conversations include... Is that a leading statement? I'm going to scum my way through this. Ah! Malicious intent. Witness need an answer. Out. Do you know the password to this account? Why do you think everything was deleted? I think the conversation contained facts unfavorable towards the killer, which is why... Oh, damn it! Personal conjecture. Okay. Well, at least I don't have a health bar yet. Yes, every employee knows the password. It's written down in the common folder. Have you used the password before to log into Kuripa's account? I don't usually, no. I only did once on April 17th because I got locked out of my own account. I need to check a conversation we were having, so I just logged into Kuripa's instead. Okay. Did you see the argument? While logged into account, did you notice anything out of the ordinary? Why was your account locked? Yes, there we go. My daughter was using it at the same time. She was talking to our boss, I mean Mr. C. I kept seeing notifications pop up. Okay. Why did their conversation catch your attention? Did their conversation appear friendly? That looks like a leading question. Did you look at any chats you had with other people? There we go. My daughter wanted to graduate from the company. Their conversation seemed tense, to put it lightly. Maybe that's a little subjective, though. Here, I have a screenshot of it. I plan to ask Mr. C about it later, but who could have known what would happen to him? Anyway, that's all I have to say. Okay. Hold on a minute. Ah, no, it hasn't saved. Okay. With one less person, everyone's problems will be solved. This is what the defendant said at the end. And then this. April 20th, morning of the murder. Kurumi contacted the victim with the same account, saying she had something to talk to him about and for him to stay late at the office. That'll be all, Your Honour. Very well. Would the defence like to cross-examine the witness? No, the defence waives its right to cross-examine. Defence would like to have Kurumi herself testify against the prosecution's position. Alright, got it. Okay, please bring it to the stand. Please state your name and occupation. Kurumi. I'm the Kurumi. I'm a Vtuber. Nice to meet all of you. Okay. Let me see if I can take a picture of this. Right, okay. Hold on a minute. There we go. In your line of work, do you ever have disagreements with your agency? It happens all the time. Sometimes things Kurumi wants to do can't be done because of grown-up reasons. Well, sometimes they make Kurumi take jobs she really doesn't want to do. should work as hard as possible, but Curry doesn't want to be super sad while doing it. Curry thinks it should be nicer and more understanding. So it's normal for artists and their agencies to have misunderstandings? That's a leading question. Oh, it's not... No, it's okay. Ow. Curry thinks they really don't really understand her work. Whether that's streaming or interacting with fans or posting on social media, if Curry wants to be at the top of her game, she has to spend a lot of time and energy on all those things. It's not that Curry doesn't like it, it's just really tiring. Curry's agency doesn't understand how tiring it is, they constantly want more and more from Curry. Curry obviously knows what's best for her own channel, but it's so tiring, Curry can't do it all. When you talk about your agency, that includes Mr. C, right? That's a leading question. Who does your agency include? Curry's really just talking about Mr. C. He's the biggest problem. It's better if you do this. Can't you say it like this? Blah, blah, blah. Then he has to lecture Curry after every stream. It's so freaking annoying. Has that made you want to graduate from your agency? Curry has those thoughts a lot. Sometimes Curry just thinks, why can't she be happy streaming? Why can't Curry do what she wants, play what she wants, say what she wants? Curry will get enough money from tips and donations if she has enough viewers. Why does she have to get so many sponsors or sing and dance or do this or that event? Why can't she just do what she wants? If Curry left her agency and went solo, wouldn't she be happier? Curry always has those thoughts. Have you done any role planning to graduate or transfer? No, not really. Those thoughts are always popping into Curry's head, but they're just thoughts. Once Curry has a good night's sleep and a nice big breakfast, those thoughts go away. Curry doesn't really want to leave her agency and hasn't done any planning for it. Also, Curry didn't tell Mr. C to meet her later at the office it wasn't Curry. It was an imposter. Curry was going to stream that day. She had no reason to meet Mr. C at the office. Okay. Okay, artists disagreeing with the agency is a common occurrence. Kuripa hasn't actually made concrete plans to leave her agency. The defence claims that Kuripa and Mr. C's argument created no motivation for murder. Very well. Would the prosecution like to cross-examine the witness? Yes, Your Honour. Very well, you may begin. Okay. Okay. Press on the imposter. On the morning of April 20th, a message was sent to Mr. C from your account saying you wanted to chat with him that night at the office. You said you didn't send this message? Sorry, give me a second. Whoop. Hold on. Well, Curry was streaming that night. Why would Curry plan to meet Mr. at the office when she had to stream? Before that, were you the one who wrote, with one less person everyone's problems would be solved? Yes. Before all this, had anyone else ever used your account? No. Thank you. Regarding your plans to stream that night, the prosecutions will make its own claims momentarily. Do we want to try? She says that's not her. So free talk is there. She had to stream. Why would she want to meet with Mr. C? I tell you what. I tell you what. Where's the Where's the... Ah, there we are. Now, let's just see. So, suspected time of death is 7:04 to 11:30. Now, she's saying she can't have been in the office because she was streaming. But, streaming equipment found in one of the office lockers, a luminol test there. And if there's streaming equipment in the office, she could have been streaming in the office and killed him on the bathroom break. I'm going to try and play that. This is probably not going to get us very far. Please present this piece of evidence. Ow. I guess there's not anything there that we need to do then. Okay, I got that one wrong. I think Ara said there's a failure condition, but... Just liaising with Ara Hellis. They've not got quite so far, so I don't want to spoil anything for them. That's going to be why I think Ara's not about, because like spoilers and shit, which is objectively the right thing to do. Like, if you're worried about spoilers in a game like this, then, you know, just like, respectfully, fuck off. No, but like, watching me stream is one thing, and it's very much appreciated. But if that comes at the cost of someone enjoying a game and having the surprise themselves, I'd rather they just experience it for themselves first, and then come hang with me after they've done it. Because then, you know, they can kind of be like, coo, we have the knowledge, and you don't, you sluggy boy. Right. Press on conflicts. Why is it normal for VTubers and their agency to argue? VTubers take a lot of emotions and expectations from the fans. Okay. Well, I think they should raise their memories afterwards. What, like with the Men in Black, Neuroizer? I mean, yeah, that could work. This is really hard and gives Curry a lot of stress, but Curry's agency doesn't really understand. I think that's why we don't see eye to eye. But you know having a relationship with fans is part of a VTuber's job, right? Yeah, Curry knows. Do you think your agency should be taking on that burden? No, it's not their responsibility. Then please explain why the two of you had a disagreement. Well, irrelevant. Objection sustained, witness need not answer. Okay. Let's go back. Press on the argument with Mr. C. So why did you have an argument with him? Curry wanted a long vacation. She told Mr. C a lot of times. Curry was just way too tired and needed a long break, and Mr. C never answered her. He's always like that, ignoring whatever he doesn't want to talk about. So Curry got angry and told him. And now after Mr. C's murder, how long have you gone without streaming schedule? Months now. Have you ever had such a long break before? Malicious intent. Sustained. Okay. Curry brought up wanting to take a break for a long time, so you kept avoiding it. She's got a problem with online bullies. She wanted to take a long break. But none of what we've got says that. Interesting. Imposter? Maybe. Do I try and present it? There doesn't seem to be a failure condition yet. Nah, that wasn't right. Okay, let's press on thoughts to graduate then. You said you always have thoughts of graduating. Wanting to kill someone and killing someone are two completely different things. Curry thinks you know that better than she does. Curry always has thoughts wanting to graduate, but they're just thoughts. Curry isn't really going to do it. That's why Curry is standing here telling you these things right now. Okay, got it. The streaming equipment covered in blood? We can save on this one. I'll try and present the streaming equipment. Nah, that's not right either. Okay. Hint? Amanda Child said Karipa asked her about making a new skin. Does that count as preparing to graduate? Ah, okay. Aha! Yes, yes, yes. You said you never made any real plans to graduate. Right. But you've talked about it before with Mr. C. I just had a thought, you know. Give me a moment. Hold on. Sorry, bear with me. Not there. Is it just in program files, I guess? Seeing something not come up in the Steam X84 folder or whatever it was. It's kind of nuts. X86, that's the one. Steam. Games. At some point, I'm going to have a look and see where the Karipa model is. In fact, no, I've got a better idea. Hold on. I know this is a bit unusual to do like midstream, but bear with me. Browse local files. There we go. Streaming assets. Oh, okay. That's interesting. I guess I guess that's actually like the Kurumi model then, huh? Interesting. I'll have to have a play with that. Kind of neat, though. Kind of neat. Anyway, back to the game, Mr. C is my boss. Curry doesn't think chatting with Mr. C about that means it's necessarily going to happen. I'd like to present evidence 020. Okay. This evidence was provided by Amanda Charles. Have you talked to her in the past about making a new VTuber skin? The defendant has already put into action secret plans to leave her agency. So was her argument with the victim really unrelated to the case? The prosecution has its doubts. Very well. Is there another witness? The prosecution would like to call Amanda Charles to the stand to discuss the aforementioned request to create a new VTuber skin. Okay. Very well, please bring them up. Please state your name and occupation. Amanda Charles, I draw pictures at LILIEN Entertainment. I mean, I'm an illustrator. Okay. Presenting evidence 020. Do you recognise this piece of evidence? Yeah, it's the screenshot I gave you. Can you explain what's going on in this conversation? Curry asked me if I could draw a new skin. Let me explain. A skin is a VTuber's entire avatar, and an artist draws that skin, which is why she's referred to as the VTuber's mother. Okay, I understand. Please go into a little more detail. It was April 14th at night. I was already in bed about to fall asleep. My phone suddenly shook and went back up. I saw it was Curry sending me a message. I got a little worried because she doesn't usually message me that late. Okay. So I opened it and saw she wanted to talk to me about something. Okay. What did she want to talk about? Well, she wanted to ask what I'd charge to draw a new skin if I'd be willing to... You saw it from that evidence. I asked her if it was for a friend. I never thought she said it was for herself, so I didn't really know how to react since Curry already has a skin. If she wanted a new one, did that mean she wanted to stop being Kurumi? That's when I asked her, do you want to graduate? She replied yes and asked me to keep it a secret. I didn't know what to do. What did she want you to make for us specifically? I'm still going to save scum there. Oh, okay. She said she liked how I drew her Curry skin, so she wanted me to do the new one too. And that she didn't have a detailed plan or idea yet, she just wanted to know how much I'd charge and if I'd do it. Okay. Did you agree to do it? I signed a non-compete clause with LILIEN. Okay. If a job didn't have anything to do with Kurumi, I couldn't take it. I sort of told her that in a way. She said just don't get caught. Then she said, it's not like you never broke the rules before, so... What did you say to that? I didn't know what to say, so I just said I'd think about it. She said again I really had to keep it a secret. Then she said she'd ask me again later. Okay. Presenting evidence 046. This is the contract that Kurumi signed. It clearly states that during a contract she cannot do the following. 1. Directly or indirectly provide services to another VTuber agency or individual. 2. Use company resources to engage in VTuber activities individually with a third party. Well, we've got a bang to rights then because we've got this, and we've also got... Actually, no, it's all in this, isn't it? Now, the defendant said she only had thoughts of engaging in activities that break the rules, but didn't carry them out. In reality, she made real plans to graduate and use company resources for personal gain. She also aimed to involve Amanda Charles in these plans. These actions alone were already enough to break her contract. That'll be all, Your Honour. Why'd you say it out loud? Curry told you to keep it a secret. Curry. Traitor, you better believe Curry will tell everyone you're... Uh-oh. Can you please calm down? Just keep quiet and everything will be fine. The prosecution's whole claim is already completely irrelevant. I will object when it's necessary. Please don't make my job harder. Sorry. Can we please continue now? Sorry, Your Honour. Anyhow, I've heard the prosecution's stance. Would the defence like to cross-examine? Yes, Your Honour. Oh? Then let's begin. I'm scared. I'm scared. That seems fine. Okay, she went back to normal even after the murder. Never heard Curry mention graduating again. You also mentioned Kurumi not usually messaging you at night. Apart from that, did anything make you feel that Kurumi wasn't in her usual mindset? Is that a leading question? No. That question is against the rules. No, it's not. Ow. She replied a lot faster than usual. Kira usually says everything in one long message and doesn't reply that quickly. And she usually uses a lot of exclamation marks. It always makes her seem really energetic. But she didn't use any that night. I'd also like to ask when she gave you those messages. You said April 14th. Can you give me a more specific time? Is that leading? No! I'm bad at this. The judge is going to get pissed off with me soon. Around 11:30, it was almost the next day. There didn't seem to be anywhere I could object in that. Presenting evidence 017. According to our records, on April 14th at 10:30, Kurumi and Mr. C were discussing LILIEN's future plans. Also, our witness just now said she received messages from Kurumi directly following that conversation. Oh, so Kurumi must have been really mad when she messaged me. Thank you. As our witness has already realised, judging from her timing, Kuripa's mood must have been heavily altered by her recent conversation with the victim. After that night, perhaps after she settled down, Kurumi didn't put anything in motion regarding a desire to graduate. Simply asking about drawing up a new skin does not show any real plans to graduate, let alone qualify as a motive to commit murder. Our claim is that the prosecution lacks the evidence to prove a motive beyond reasonable doubt. Very well. Damn. Now then, who's the next witness? The next witness is Kuripa, who will help us respond to the prosecution's claim. It's not that lawyering is my day job. Prosecutorial lawyering is not. This is the other arm of the law to the one that I work in. I work in litigation. I don't do prosecution. They're very, very different things. Okay. Okay, call your witness to the stand. Okay. Is making plans for her own future of VTubers right? I think so, yeah. Everyone has the right to decide their own future. It's not like we're slaves. If one day it seems like my agency and I go in different directions, I think we can part ways. What do you mean by going in different directions specifically? Curry likes certain video games. Sometimes my agency considers more than just what Curry thinks is fun. Like, does the game fit Curry's character? Will it hurt their interest? What's the target audience? Curry can't just play something because she wants to. That happens a lot. Then there's more like forcing Curry to attend certain events, how much Curry has to record, getting sponsorship money. There's a lot of potential conflicts. Ha! How dare you! Can you tell us how you feel after working with your agency for so long? I guess just unfulfilled. Curry just wishes her agency would understand VTubers don't have an on-off switch for working like most people do. Just being Curry takes so much energy, and seeing them not consider my needs just makes me feel sad and tired. Sometimes Curry can block out those negative emotions, but other times Curry feels like she's just going to explode. Those aren't happy times. Have you ever disclosed contractual information to any third party outside the company as a basis for discussing a potential collaboration? Oh. Leading question. Okay. I should have picked up on that. Sorry. Does your contract with LILIEN include a non-disclosure agreement? Yes. So how did you expect to get around that? Only Mr. C and Misty have seen my contract. Curry's never shown it to anyone else before. Every job has aspects that people don't like, but Curry thinks as long as she's working for her agency, she shouldn't do anything that hurts them. Okay. I'm sure everybody agrees that each individual has the right to determine their own future. VTubers are no exception. Kuripa never went against the interests of her own agency. Even if she had thoughts of leaving, those thoughts, as well as any actual preparations, are well within her rights. I just thought of something I should do. Hold on. Hee. Where's the thing? Hold on. Okay, there we go. Nice. Her behaviour has been perfectly reasonable and irrelevant to this case. That'll be all, Your Honour. Very well. It's always made it harder for us to hit the defendant where it hurts. That said, we have strong evidence on our side. Maybe I should change my strategy. The prosecution may now cross-examine the witness. This should be interesting. Every VTuber wants to do things in ways that may not mesh with their company. After enough conflicts and disappointment, it's natural to want to change. That said, I've never done anything to hurt my agency. I mean, we already have the evidence that says she's gone on private dates and whatnot. Oh dear. You admit to having thoughts of graduating, right? Yeah, Kuri admits it. What made you have these thoughts? I thought I was going in a different direction from agency. You've been dissatisfied with them for a while. You said you never did anything to hurt your agency, right? Right, never. Yes, Kuri is sort of graduating. Kuri's so tired and is just going in a different direction from LILIEN. But Kuri didn't want to hurt them at all. Well, about that. Private dates telling Randa she's the face of Kuripa. I believe so, yeah. It was here. That was a very easy one. Presenting evidence 024. Kuripa, have you ever gone on private dates with your fans? No way! That fan's delusional. Whatever they said is a lie. Is that so? Then I'd love you to explain something for me. This is your own personal account for donations, right? I never spent a cent you gave me. But there are records of withdrawals made from this account. Isn't that strange? That's because... Can you first confirm that this account is for fan donations? Yeah, it is. Okay, let me ask you this. If you claim to have spent any of this money, why have there been withdrawals from the account? Have you really never done anything against your agency's interests? Badgering the witness. This question has already been clearly answered. We've just presented new evidence. In light of that new evidence, it's vital we reconfirm this information with the witness. I agree with the prosecution. Please answer the question. But shouldn't Kuri be the company's interest? What do you mean? Kuri's the victim here. Why are you using your evidence to make her look like the bad guy? Can't you see what your evidence really points to? It points to Kuri's agency having no real interest in her at all. Shouldn't a VTuber's agency protect them from fan harassment? Can't you see why Kuri's unhappy with LILIEN? Can you prove that you never used money from that account? Kuri already talked to Mr. C about it, right? But all this conversation was deleted, which you know by now. So Kuri has no proof. You happy now? This sounds like boss music to me. Agencies don't understand their artists' needs. They say stupid things and don't give us enough resources. It's only natural not to be happy with them after a while. If there's no benefit for an artist at their agency, they should just leave. This is fucking boss music. Okay. Can you explain what exactly you mean by artist needs? I just mean they don't respect our work. It's not that hard. They don't get that strenuous tiring. We're under a lot of pressure to be respectful when they give us suggestions. Is that so much to ask? Isn't the point of working with an agency so they can protect you? If they can't understand their artist's needs, what's the point of their existence? Oh boy, oh dear. Okay. Okay, we're touching on that, are we? You know what? Fair enough. I respect it. I respect it. I see. Press on stupid things, they say. The music is oddly awesome. The music in this game slaps. It's really good. Like, Evil Kuripa boss music is really good. Can you explain what kind of stupid things they say? Someone online made naked Kuri images with AI. Someone else said Kuri's private life is a mess. Someone made a compilation of my streams to make me look like a diva. When Kuri complains about these things, they tell me to just ignore them. How stupid is that? I was thinking more, what's the number again? There's a 4-digit number I'm thinking of that has a rainbow attached to it. You know where I'm going with this, right? You know where I'm going with this, I hope. How can I ignore them? Who said that? Mr. C, obviously. That got me so pissed off. Okay, thank you, I understand. Saying just ignore them about people who are bullying Kuri online will just make Kuri even angrier. Okay. You never looked deep into it? Yeah, Hades, it was an entire mess. Thankfully, the parties involved are much happier now. But, like, oh boy. There was some bad shit going on. Can you explain how they don't give you enough resources? Kuri wanted to get an artist like to draw my latest cover. I talked to my agency about it for ages, and they said, nope, find someone else. Sometimes the merch I want to make can't be done. Sometimes the events I want to do can't be done. I mean, isn't Kuri basically keeping this whole company alive? And this is the worst part. They're preparing to take on more VTubers. They're understaffed as it is, and they think they can handle more talent and split the resources between us. Do they think Curry doesn't bring in enough traffic on her own? Curry isn't good enough? Then maybe Curry should graduate, right? Okay, thank you, that's enough. Does, where do we go for? The thing is, we already know... We already know that the cyberbullying is happening, right? Budget disagreement? Excessive expenses related to Kurumi? Artists' needs? I think we present this one. Okay. No, it's not that one. Can I get a hint? Oh boy, this is a fucking boss fighter. Okay. What are we thinking, guys? What are we thinking? You missed too much to be able to help it. You know what? Fair. Maybe this? If I get it wrong too many times, then I can ask Secretary Close for... Yeah, don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. I'll fail until Secretary Close holds my hand. Ouch. Hint. I remember Sophie Law had a disagreement with Mr. C about the budget. It is the budget. What did they disagree on specifically? It is the budget. I thought that was going to be relevant. Where was it? Budget disagreement. There we go. Presenting evidence 022. This is a voice recording provided by an employee recorded in the afternoon of April 18th. In it, we can hear Sophie Law having a conversation with Mr. C about the company's first quarter budget. Karipa's new clothes went 5 times over budget, and overall investment was 3 times over budget. Excuse me, but wasn't this wasted money part of the resources you received? Curry's the one who asked for a new outfit. But you got a new outfit and then asked for more and still complain your agency doesn't give you enough resources? Am I right in saying this? Malicious intent. Objection sustained. Okay. As we've heard, the defendant claims he doesn't receive enough resources from our agency. In fact, however, our agency went 3 times over their budget spending money on Karipa. Unless I'm out of line, I think it's fair to say the defendant's request for resources went far beyond what I originally imagined. That'll be all, Your Honour. I understand the prosecution's claims. Is there another witness? Our next witness will help us uncover the truth behind Karipa's alibi. Oh, seems we're getting to the core of this case. Please bring him to the stand. Okay. State your name and occupation. Sophia Law, Karipa's agent. Okay. She's on our side this time. Okay. For a VTuber to stream, what is the minimum amount of equipment required? If they're not doing a special event, then They motion capture mask the internet, their accounts a webcam and a microphone. Yeah, Udgy is competent. I'm fucking shook. That's pretty much it. Okay. Are there any rules about where she can stream? Nope. Usually people stream from home, but as long as the place is quiet and stable, it can be done anywhere. Oh. Is your office quiet enough to stream? The office is very quiet. Have you been there? You were all pretty loud when I went. Well, it's definitely loud if we're all there and chatting. There's just been a murder, but it's not always like that, okay? Maybe I'm getting too off topic. That's different then. Would the LILIEN offices meet those requirements? Sure, there's streaming equipment at the office too. Sometimes use a mic and webcam when in a meeting. Okay. Has Kurumi done a stream from the office before? How many people use that equipment? Why would the officer stream it? Not sure. It's available for everyone, so I assume everyone's used it before. Including Kuripa's real face? I really don't know, so I can't answer that. Ah, she streamed at the office during her end-of-year party stream and one about work evaluations. Presenting evidence 029. Do you recognise this? Yes. That's the office's streaming equipment, at least it looks like it. Uh-oh. Thank you. From our witness's testimony, it's clear to see that... Traitor! Why are you helping the prosecution? I'm sorry I had to be like this, but we're both mature adults. If you're innocent, then there's nothing to worry about. You've only ever cared about yourself. No one cares about me. Irrelevant. Overruled. The defendant can keep talking. What? Oh. What's this? Everyone's a liar. You benefited from Mr. C's death, didn't you? And your own relationship's are such a mess. What right do you have to criticise Curry? Could you please shut up, you absolute child? Oh, it's not your turn to speak. Finally, we're seeing the real you. Which is what you wanted, right? So, now what, you want to argue? Bring it on. We all just heard your barrage of complaints against the company. I think I speak for everyone when I say, can you please grow up and learn how to fit in with society? You think you're the only one who's tired? Don't you realise at least half your family is against our agency now? Your artists aren't treated fairly. Your artists aren't safe in the workplace. With every tiny little thing, there's always some annoying group of people whining about injustice. Injustice we trust. The true face of a VTuber overgrown chill. Oh no. Oh no. Uh-oh. Oh. I'm very small now. I'm very small now. Okay. I'm very small. Okay. What even is fair treatment? And who's there to treat us fairly? Whenever you're with anyone for a long time, it's natural to grow apart. But why does that always end with everyone lambasting the agency for being the bad guys? Because you're supposed to be protecting your artists. Let me grow big again. Oh, there we go. Whee! Are we not protecting you? Do you realise we only rejected that artist you wanted so badly for your covers because of problems in their personal life? Do you know how annoying it is to sign NDAs for offline events? Am I God's littlest guy? Yes. Do you know how tiring it is to make every stupid gift you get it says to even open? And what the hell do you mean we don't respect your work? Have I ever been a little bit impolite in one of our conversations? Do you know why we want to find new talent? It's to give you a chance to interact with upcoming artists. And you're saying we're no good to you? Excuses, all of it. If you're so good to me, then why am I so lonely? The second I signed that contract, it's like my old self left my body. And I can't even tell anyone about how I feel because of that stupid NDA. My whole family thinks I'm doing porn or something. Even if I just want to go somewhere relaxed, I'm afraid I'll be recognised. I can't even go to an event without covering up and being all secretive. I'm so freaking tired. I'm just tired of being all alone. Aren't we a team? Think of all those times you basically sent me essays in the middle of the night. When have I never read them and responded right away? So tell me, are we not a team? Sounds so nice when you say it. But you're the one helping the prosecution. Ever since this all started, I've been trying real hard to find a reason to trust you. She can be really stubborn, but the Curry I know would never kill someone. That's how I was trying to look at this. But now I'm tired. I'd like to submit new evidence to the court, just in truth. Oh? It's Silhouette, huh? What is this? Curry's own social media account. She did a good job hiding it. I don't think anyone else knows about it. You can check the post to make sense of all the times yourself. Okay. The court believes allowing the two to argue shed valuable insight into the case. It went a bit different than I'd imagined, but it did lead to something useful. Now let's get back to the case. I'd like to see where this new evidence can lead our prosecutor. Okay. Karipa, does this social media account Mr. Law presented belong to you? Karipa? Yes, it's mine. And you wrote all the posts? Yep. Thank you. As it stands, gaining access to Karipa's own social media page is a huge breakthrough. Our findings will be presented together during our closing arguments. We'd like to allow the defence to cross-examine the witness first. Very well. What does the defence think? The defence would like to cross-examine. Okay. Very well. You may begin when ready. Do you know the identity of Karipa's real face? Is that a leading question? No. So let me get this straight. You are Karipa's agent, but you don't know her real identity. That is against the rules. That's hostile. Oh, they can be hostile with our witness, can't they? I know this is uncommon. Agents usually know the identity of their Vtuber clients. But it's our company policy to keep it a secret, as was explained to me during my initial interview. That's why I stay away from in-person events. Everything went fine up until the murder, so I never felt the need to know. So you've never seen Karipa stream in person? Oh, I'm bad at this! No, Mr. C was in charge of that. So you weren't there when she streamed at the office? Every objection I'm raising is just not right. You weren't there when she streamed at the office? No, I wasn't. If you've never seen her streaming, how do you know she was even using the office equipment? That's 4 wrong on the bounce. Oh my god, I'm terrible at this. I'm usually the one who sets up a spot at the office before she starts. I set up the mic, the mix, the laptop, and make sure everything's working. Then Mr. C takes over. Okay. That's how I know what she used. Does that answer your question? Thank you. Oh, there was actually no spot there we could object to. No further questions, Your Honour. Very well, then who is the next witness? The next witness is mine. With this witness will prove the prosecution's claims are misleading and there's no possibility of Karipa's guilt. Okay, please bring him to the stand. Faye? What? Please state your name and occupation. Hello? I have nothing to say. Hold on, give me a second. How many chapters are there in this game? Hold on. I'm just trying to work out, like, if we're on the final stretch of this or what. Hang on. How many total chapters are there? Okay. Complete gameplay, roughly 8 hours, apparently. I think that we're in the final stretch and we'll carry on. I have nothing to say. What? This is what we agreed on? Anyway, haven't you realised it yet? Geez, some attorney you are. The moment I walked out here, you lost. Huh? Is the witness refusing to testify? The verdict is already decided. It wouldn't matter if I testified or not. Just to remind you, but testifying is about presenting facts, not opinions. The only facts left are subjective. I can't change what's coming. Moving forward, I'd like to exercise my right to remain silent. Since I'm here voluntarily, I figure that won't be a problem. We're not forcing you to do anything if that's what you mean. Sorry, Curry. I really wanted to help. Curious. Now then, who's the next witness? My next witness will help explain the inconsistencies in the defendant's alibi. Very well, bring him to the stand. It's Misty. Okay. Before bringing the witness to the stand, I'd like to cut to the chase of today's hearing. Now, interestingly, there are 2 people left. So we're starting to whittle down who... I'm pretty sure that Prudence is the real face. We're trying to uncover Karipa's real identity and behaviour. LILIEN has 6 employees. Honor Chen, Amanda Childs, Sophia Law, Faye Ward, and Misty Ryu. Okay. The above 5 are all here. Could never have gotten away with doing whatever they wanted with a virtual identity. Isn't that right, Prudence Weeks? It is Prudence! Get fucking shattered, nerd. Oh, baby girl. Please state your name and occupation. I'm Misty Rio, administrator at LILIEN Entertainment. Okay. Misty Rio, you're the only one in the company apart from Mr. C who knows Karipa's identity, is that right? Yes. Please confirm for me the identity of Karipa's real face. It's Prudence Weeks. I assume that she's at home right now. Since the murder, you've been adamant about not revealing her identity. Why? At first I thought she really could be the killer and just went to help keep her identity a secret, but now... Personal conjecture. Objection sustained. Since we already know the identity of Karipa's real face, let's just discuss the alibi. Presenting evidence 44. The record is from the initial interview. Could you read this, please? Misty Rio met up with Prudence Weeks around 10:30. She says Miss Weeks doesn't get out much and usually stays at home. Has your statement remained the same? No, I'd like to change it. Then I'll ask you again. Okay. Where was Prudence Weeks at the time of the murder? At the office? Where else would she be? Oh, that's wrong. Both oddly easy and pretty tricky. Okay, ouch. Okay. Why do you want to change your statement? Rose with the person I protected was a traitor. Damn it, I got it wrong again. Ouch. When did you get home on April the 20th? Went on a date with my boyfriend that night. I got home at 10:35. I remember checking my watch on the elevator. Did you bump into anyone while on the way home? I saw my roommate when I got off the elevator. Who was your roommate? My roommate is Prudence Weeks. Okay. Where was she standing? She was standing between our door and the elevator. Did you see her walk out of your apartment? I didn't see her walking out, no. Is there anything to prove with certainty whether she was coming out of your apartment or returning to it? No, sorry. Okay. Did she know what time you were returning home that day? I told her I was seeing a movie with my boyfriend. She knew I was having dinner around the apartment, so I guess she knew around what time I'd be back. Okay. Thank you. Misty, why? Aren't we friends? We're friends? Whatever. Why don't you just explain why the freaking knife was on my desk? Please quiet down. Would the prosecution please provide a statement? Thank you. Right now, the prosecution would like to review the night of the murder. On the night, Karipa streamed from 7 to 10. On the surface, it's a perfect alibi. Under the hood, the killer used a very important assumption to manipulate all of us. That assumption, streaming must take place at home. According to the police's most recent investigation, the time of death was any time between 7:04 and 11:30. That morning, the killer messaged the victim saying she wanted to talk to him that night at the office, confirming he would stay there after hours. At some point between 5 and 7, after making sure only the victim was left in the office, the killer snuck in through the window, avoiding the cameras. She then set up streaming equipment in the meeting room before her 7 PM stream. Whether the victim was aware of it or not, he wouldn't have interrupted his own talent stream. While the victim waited for the stream to end, he drank the water our victim laced with sleeping pills and then fell asleep. Then, our victim took a small break during her stream, slipping out of the room. After using her phone to control the victim's computer, she took the knife she brought with her and slit the victim's throat. She then returned to her stream as if nothing happened, chatting with her fans while simultaneously using her phone to leave comments as the victim, obfuscating the time of death. After the stream ended, she snuck back home, bumping into her roommate on the way back. Personal conjecture? Good people that call evidence is everything. Good defense attorneys would never accept a statement without evidence. Objection sustained. Please present evidence to support your statement. Okay, I can do that. I've got evidence. My evidence proving Karipa was in the office at the time of death is... Oh, okay. Is it the office streaming equipment? It's the animal hair. Is it the animal hair? No, that's not right. Okay. It's streaming equipment then? Presenting evidence 029. Occam's razor. This is the LILIEN equipment. The LILIEN Entertainment Office's own streaming equipment, as just confirmed by Sophia Law. As we know, the police found traces of blood on this very microphone, meaning at some point in the past it was covered in blood and then cleaned off. DNA testing has already proven it was the victim's blood. This evidence proves that Karipa must have murdered Mr. C. Streaming requires live interactions with one audience. How could Karipa interact with the stream while killing another human being? Evidence can explain that as well. My evidence proving that Kurumi could stream while committing murder is... It's the stream info. Kurumi took a break from her stream for 10 minutes at 9:20. She said she was going to the bathroom, but Kurumi had never taken that long of a break in the past. This was obviously not your average bathroom break. Kuripa's alibi is highly calculated and meticulously pieced together. The location where the murder weapon was found is the final piece of that puzzle. The tactical knife used was placed in the trash area of Prudence Week's apartment complex. Definitive evidence. The facts prove that Prudence Weeks was streaming from the office that night. Finally, the personal account Sophie Love provided proves the killer's motive. That'll be all, Your Honour. I understand the prosecution's claim. Before we continue this hearing, we'd like to take a short break. Currently, a task force helmed by Detective Hoss is waiting outside the suspect's residence. Are you ready, Detective Hoss? Yep, we can bust in on your signal. The prosecution would like the defendant to appear in court as itself. Uh-oh. Let's all just wait a moment here. No, get away from me. Justin, something's going on inside your apartment. Are you still outside? Yeah, we haven't entered yet. Get in there now. What the fuck? Ah! What? Detective Hoss, tell me, could this have been a suicide? Misty's at the court. From the angle of the wound, suicide seems impossible. We entered the residence but didn't see anyone else. We think the suspect jumped down from the roof to the balcony, broke the window and entered. Then the suspect stabbed the victim with a sharp object and exited the way they came. We don't currently have any leads. You see. Just in truth, no. I will find this killer and bring them to justice. I will find this killer and bring them to justice. I think we got a bad end. Well, hello, nice to meet you. This timeline has come to an end. Thanks for sticking it through with me. I'm sure you have a lot of questions, sir. I can't blame you. I definitely recommend going back and trying to tie up those loose ends. Before that, though, my mission is to help you make sense of what's transpired up to this point. Let me remind you what puzzles you've yet to solve in Kuripa's timeline. First, why was the paring knife on Prudence Week's desk? We already know the paring knife isn't the real murder weapon. Why was it so obviously planted on Prudence's desk and by who? Second, who killed the real face? I'll have you know there have been no new faces. Our cast of characters is still the same and they've all testified in court. One factor is the key to everything. What is it, though? Your hints end here. You're now allowed to skip to different chapters as you please. Okay? We got a bad end. Damn it. Oh, I was so confident. You can just continue chapter 2 and accuse a new suspect. Okay. This button immediately allows you to accuse someone new and place you on a brand new timeline. You only need to restart entire chapters if you want to see specific story segments. Okay. Someone who knew that she was the real killer trying to make you look guilty. Yeah, Prudence got murdered. Prudence got fucking straight up murdered. Someone broke into her apartment and killed her. Now, the thing is, like, oh, I can't believe it. I'm damn it. You'll have to fully complete a restarted chapter before moving forward to any following ones. Also, choice records are reset. There's a new hints button in the lobby. Okay, who am I? Tell you that once you discovered the truth. Now you'll be able to keep Kuripa from meeting her untimely death, right? Sincerely hope we meet again. Be waiting for you at the end. Faye didn't have anything to say, but she was at court. That's kind of what I was thinking, you know. That's where I'm leading things. But okay, let's pull over here then, because, man, that shook me. I'm shook. Damn. Like, we will be coming back to this at some point, because I want to discover the truth. I'm going to tell Ara that I got a bad end, by the way. Hang on. No, I'm not actually. I don't want to spoil anything for him. Okay. Well, that was unfortunate. We're back with Prime 4 tomorrow. So, we're going to be harvesting lots of Tiberium. Hey there, Shirev. How you doing? Welcome back. Been a while. Yeah, you've come in. It's right at the end, I'm afraid. I'm just finishing up. I'm sorry. No, we kind of messed up and we got an innocent person killed, so that wasn't ideal. Whoopsie doopsie. Yes, but we're back with Prime 4 tomorrow. That should be fun. In the meantime, I'm going to go and get myself a lozenge because my throat's starting to hurt a bit. So I hope you guys don't mind. I'm just going to leave it there. Tomorrow at 6 PM UK time, it's Prime 4. Feel free to swing on by if you're free to. If not, then I will see you soon. Enjoy the rest of your day. Make sure that you have a good one, alright? And until next time, have a good one.